Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome to an evening live stream. I know we haven't done them in a little while. We were doing the detoxes there for a bit. I had to reschedule my day a little, so here we are, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And thank you for those that are joining live, and apologize to those that normally maybe you do this as a recording later in the day, so you'll have this one out there for you tomorrow. Looks like we've got about a minute or so. If you're still getting settled or if you're setting up music, you can listen to any of my playlists on Spotify under Joe Komar, K-O-M-A-R. You're welcome to pull up any fit playlist and play some music. Just make sure that you have the volume set so that you can hear me okay on the instruction of the class, and then pair the music so that it's just underneath or a little bit underneath the volume of the instruction. And again, thanks for saying hi on the live chat. I don't have access to it to see those messages, but thank you all for being here. And I hope you're having a great Monday so far. If it's the end of your day, as for most of us, I hope you've had a good one. And this is a nice way to bring it all together, or find some moments of clarity and peace, and more parts of yourself. And just feeling yourself can be enough to be on the mat for an hour. So have a great practice. Let's start lying down on your backs tonight in Shavasana if you're not there. It'll join you. Separate your feet so that they're hip-width distance apart. And let your arms come down, settled by your sides with your palms facing up. And take a moment, say about 30 seconds. And to put the brakes on any momentum, if the energy of the day got you going a certain direction in your mind, and put the brakes on so that you can insert a pause. And feel this moment to land. Land in your body. Close your eyes if it feels safe, and to do so, close your eyes. You should already be able to feel the energy of the day shift, and that is in part the space that is being held, and for you to connect to your breath. And bring your focus to your breath. Take an inhale and reach your arms over your head. And wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And keep your arms over your head, bend your legs so that your feet come flat onto the mat. And on your exhale, let both knees fall down to the left, please. And passive twist. And feel your spine, feel your hips, feel your low back. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let your knees come down to the right, passive twist. Awesome. Come back to center with the knees. A low back flat, draw the knees into your chest, take your hands down onto your shins. And give yourself a little squeeze. If you want a little bit more, roll your forehead up to your knees. And feel your back round, and perhaps a little rock side to side on your low back. Let's roll over onto your right side. Make your way into a child's pose. And you can take your knees mat width or wider. Maybe you would say wider than the mat. Like, yeah, you can actually put your knees out onto your floor, and that'll feel probably pretty different in through your hip creases, coming up to the base of your pelvis. Let your forehead come down. And seal your lips. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. If you root down into your hands, you can add a little extra squeeze, bum to your heels. And feel your forehead begin to float off the mat. Walk your hands in towards your body and bring your knees together. You end up in a seat. Shins to ground, hands to thighs, shoulders stacked over your hips. Soften the shoulders down. As you roll the chest up, inhale, lift your chin. And exhale, tuck your chin, pull your belly in. And give yourself a little rounded spine, modified cat pose. On the shins, inhale, roll the chest up, elbows around your sides, look up. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine, belly in. Let's do one more like that. Inhale to extend, roll up. And exhale, round your spine, hands to your knees. And come back to a neutral spine, head above your heart. You blink your eyes a couple times. So remember, we insert that pause where the energy in the day has brought you thus far, and to expand the space and to expand the breath into the body. Come forward onto your hands and knees, tabletop, and give your hips a little shake side to side. And feel how your mind begins to surrender attachments from the day, and so that you can place more focus on your breath. People might say, oh, it's challenging for me to practice at the end of the day, or I have a hard time practicing in the middle of the day. But if you have this relationship with your mind, and where you can surrender the attachment of your thoughts, and so that more focus, be it a soft focus, and can come on to your breath, now you have all the energy and that you need to move your body. Come back to square. Inhale, tuck your 10 toes. And exhale, press back into a downward facing dog. Not your longest down dog, but also not your deepest down dog. Start with a little bend to your knees. You understand your towel, if you're on a yoga mat towel on top of your mat, it can be a little slippery if you've yet to build up a sweat at the beginning of your practice. And so a little bend to your knees and plenty of awareness through your core. And then start to feel the breath elongate in from your shoulders through your side bodies. You can do this little tail wag in your down dog. And feel your outer hips come back to center now. As you exhale, roll the heels down into the mat. And feel your legs draw. As you pick up through your belly, inhale, roll out into a high plank, high push-up. And as you exhale, press back into your downward facing dog. And do 2 more like that. Inhale, roll out into your high plank, high push-up. Exhale, roll back into your downward facing dog. 1 more. Inhale, roll out into your high plank. And as you exhale, pull back into your downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward. And exhale, take 2 big steps to the top of the mat. Inhale to lift halfway. And as you exhale, forward fold. Pretty open. Inhale, rise, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms up. Have a great practice, everyone. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Stay here. Inhale, rise, circle the arms, stand up. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms, reach. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, pull the heart through, shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Take it up. Inhale, rise, circle the arms, straighten the legs. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Inhale, arms up, gaze can lift. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step back into your high plank. And high push-up, you can always use your knees on the ground. You're still building the awareness and the connection to your upper back. And we'll take 3 yogi push-ups, shift forward, lower halfway down, and then press back up. That's 1, lower halfway down. Press up, that's 2, lower halfway down. And press up, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And so feet set about inner hip width distance apart. And same with your hands, rather inner shoulder versus outer shoulder width distance. And draw with your belly. Feel the connection to the midline of your body. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, round and squeeze. Inhale, kick your right leg back. Exhale, knee to your right elbow, look forward. Inhale, kick it back and up. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Okay, now inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to your nose. Stay here and swing your knee to your right elbow. And swing it over to your left elbow. And then back to your right elbow. Back to your left elbow. One more time. Knee to your nose. Kick it back. Three-legged dog. And exhale, step your right foot through. Lower your left knee down. Keep your left hand flat. Reach your right arm up. Gaze remains down, so you're looking at your left thumb. And feel as you draw up and out through your left inner thigh and through the back of your heart. As you lunge, pelvis down, feel any tightness in your outer right hip. And just warming up through the upper back, turn your gaze sideways. Okay, with that space, turn your gaze all the way up, take an inhale. And exhale, bring your gaze and right hand down. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, step back into a down dog, right foot sets. And feel the midline of your body and connecting to your low belly. Right foot down, float your left foot up. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, crunch. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, knee to your left elbow, look forward. Inhale, kick it to your right elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to your nose. Stay here, arms straight. Bring it over to your left elbow and swing it to your right elbow. Back to your left, over to your right. One more to the left. Back to the right, knee to your nose, kick it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step left foot all the way through. Lower your right knee down. Right hand stays flat, twist, reach your left arm up. And if you start with your gaze down, you'll feel your hips more intimately. And rather than avoiding the tightness or confusing the tightness and the tension as strength, resistance and will hold you in place. And so breathing into the resistance, and you're going to create in that friction with your breath, the internal heat, and you'll start to sweat. Turn your gaze sideways and breathe in as you reach your gaze up to the ceiling. And then exhale, bring your gaze and left hand down. And tuck your back toes, lift the knee, step your left foot back, and set it down into your downward facing dog. 3 breaths in your dog. Even weight into your hands, pedal out your dog, bend one knee, bend the other knee. It's like you're walking in place. And feel the smooth, soft focus connection to your breath. And both legs straight, bend the knees, lift the heels. And exhale, take 2 big steps to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, dive, fold deep. Inhale, rise, sweep the arms, come up. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up, bend your legs, sit down into chair pose. And yet hover through your upper body. And so far less than we used to, just dump down into the hips and feel the support structure in your legs. Make it look easy. And fill out the expression with your breath. Keep your eyes soft. Okay, rather than focusing hard on the eyes, take an inhale. Sweep the arms back, chest to your knees like a forward fold. Inhale, arms up, sit down low. Exhale, sweep the arms back, chest to the knees. Let's do one more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sweep the arms back, chest to the knees. Inhale, arms up, straight legs, and rise. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, hug into your midline. Inhale, circle the arms, look up. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Plant the hands, step back into a high plank. And high push-up, connect breath, inhale. Exhale, lower halfway. You can use your knees, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And feel the body press back. Exhale into your downward facing dog. As you set your down dog hands, turn your middle fingers out. Bring your big toes together. And then lift your heels and swivel to the outer edge of your left foot. And keep drawing your hips back. And then we'll take that right arm up and stable in your bottom shoulder. If that's too much, then you can always keep your right hand down on the ground. And drawing the head up may take more weight out of that bottom shoulder, but it's going to challenge your balance. And keep your hips stacked. Bring your right hand back to the mat and press your hips back like down dog. Soften your chin down. Feel that in your right side body. And now lift your right leg up as high as you can. And so we're pressing through our palms. Feel the stretch underneath your right armpit. Pivot on your left toes. Three-legged dog. You're going to feel the outer left hip flexor release. Great. That was activated. Take an inhale. Exhale. Step your right foot all the way through. Inhale. Rise up as you kick through your back heel. Crescent warrior. Little lift at the base of your pelvis. Lessen the grip in the toes. Bring your hands to your heart center. And twist. Left elbow outside your right thigh. Lift the back of your left knee. Make your right hand a fist. Put it into your left palm. And then punch into your left palm. And that'll deepen the twist. And you don't have to move your gaze at all. Feel the support in your belly. And as you connect to the ball of your back foot. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Bring your gaze and hands back to the mat. In balance, step back to your high plank. Exhale, yogi push-up, lower halfway down. Inhale, press back up. Take the momentum out. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, press up. One more, lower halfway down. Press it up. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Your big toes are already together. And feel it. Take the weight out of your shoulders. And broad strength across your back. Lift your heels up. Swivel to the outer edge of your right foot. And hip stack, look at your right hand. Focus on that connection, and then you can reach your left arm up. If that is too much, keep your left hand down. Lifting the head can take weight out of the shoulder, but remember, it's going to challenge and the balance of the being that is on the mat, which is a great way to look at challenge, the internal and challenge to balance our bodies and our minds. You take your gaze and left hand down, and then lift your hips like you're going back into down dog, but you're still in that side plank leg. And chin down, lift your left leg up as high as you can. And you're going to feel the strength in your outer hip flexor, the stretch in your left side body, underneath your shoulder blade all the way up to your armpit. Slowly pivot on your right toes, and you're in your three-legged dog pose. Inhale. Exhale, step left foot all the way through. It's going to be a longer lunge. Inhale, rise, kick through your back heel. Arms are up. Activate your quad, and turn on the bigger muscles in your body. So that means less grip in your toes. Hands to your heart center. Twist, right elbow outside your left thigh. As you roll into your back toes, the pelvis comes forward. Make a fist with your left hand, and then punch your right palm. And without moving the gaze at all, that's going to deepen your twist. Fill out the breath through the upper body best you can. And if it's getting short, slow down the exhale. Take your gaze down and bring your hands back to the ground. And step your left foot back, come into a high plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend your arms, lower halfway down. Let's go, push back up, high plank. Exhale, lower halfway down. One more, back up. Exhale, lower halfway down, up dog, inhale, tops of the feet, nice and smooth. Exhale, lift your hips, come into your downward facing dog. notice the expansion of your breath. You notice the non-attachment of your mind in a relatively short amount of time. And hands firm, lift your heels up, bend your knees, exhale 2 steps to the top. Inhale, lift halfway, keep getting lighter in your movements. Exhale, fold as you draw inward, take it up. Inhale, rise, reach the arms. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend your legs, sit back into your chair. And you might sit down a little bit deeper, and it may feel better to put about 1 inch of space in between your knees. And feel it in your core. Fit is a great practice, and to feel the foundation of your core and to get used into breathing with your core. A whole nother added layer into the structure of your practice. Spread your fingers. Exhale, dive. Let it go. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands down. Step back into your high plank. Arms straight. Now feel that puff up through the upper back. Like a cat back. Soften your chin down towards your chest. You can even turn your eyes back towards your toes. Keep your eyes there. Hover your right toes off the mat. Feel your belly like you're doing a crunch. Keep breathing. Put your right toes back down. Lift your left toes off the mat. And bring your left toes down. Exhale, look forward. Pull your hips back, downward facing dog. Take 1 breath in, tailbone high. As you exhale, look forward. Step your right foot through. Straighten your front leg out. Flip the right toes up, and so your heel is pressing into the mat. And you're flexing your right ankle. Take the kinks out of your neck. And as you slide your belly button into your spine, lean your chest forward and down. Slowly, softly, place your right toes back onto the ground. From here, bend your front leg, set your left hand flat under your shoulder. Roll to the outer edge of both feet. And so I'm on the outer edge of my left foot, outer edge of my right foot, and then you can play with your right arm coming up in a side plank. So you're on the outer edges of both feet. You'll probably feel your outer hips because we're pulling the outer hips away from each other. It's a horizontal expansion across the back of your hips. And bring your gaze and right hand back down. Pivot on your left toes. Take an inhale through your nose. And again, exhale, straighten your front leg. Now we might go a little bit deeper. Chin into the knee, forehead to the shin. And slow down this breath. Take a deeper breath in. A little exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and go standing splits. Left leg comes up, and chest comes down, and we're working on straightening the right leg. Solid pressure right on through the ground. Breathe into the sensation. That'll extract the momentum energetically of the day. Right? All we want to do, the breath, and to drop us into the moment. And bring your left foot next to your right foot, big toes together. Bend your legs, keep your hands, and then inhale, reach your arms up, Utkatasana chair. Feel your breath, take an inhale, and stand, come all the way up as you exhale. And so that outer right hip is open, feel the connection to your inner thigh, lift your left knee up in front. Eagle wrap your left leg on top. And so your legs are creating that perch, and through your hips, take your arms up. And then we're going to go opposite arms. Right arm under your left arm. Eagle wrap the arms. And so left leg is over. Right arm is under. We've crisscrossed. Now feel the squeeze. Draw your outer shins together. And forearms in, tailbone down. Breathe. And solid ground. Inhale, rise, lift your left knee up in front. Exhale, bring your left foot down, unravel the arms, bring them by your sides. Inhale, arms up, belly in, lift your chin. Exhale, dive, forward fold, bring your hands to the mat. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Plant the hands, feel it getting deeper into your high plank. High push-up. Now you're going to slowly bend your arms, lowering your chest to a hover 1 inch off the ground. And feel your legs so the chest is off the ground, shoulders away from your ears. Okay, so basically it's just firming the hands, connecting to the legs, belly, and upper back. Press up, high plank, and exhale, lift your hips downward facing dog. Take 1 breath, tailbone high. Exhale, step your left foot in between your hands, straighten that leg out. Flip your left toes up. And like you're feeling it for the first time. Isn't that part of the enjoyment of yoga? You can do the same posture thousands and thousands of times, and yet you draw yourself into the sensation with the combination of your breath, and you realize you've never actually been here before. And so this combination in physical body, your mind and your thoughts, your emotions, and that churn, everlasting with us every single second of every day. And place your left foot down, bend your front leg, and set your right palm flat under your shoulder. We're going outer edges of both feet. And so left toes turn out. Right heel turns out, and then your left arm can play up like a side plank. And feel it. There's obvious sensations in the outer hips, but then there's all the other sensations in the knees, in the feet. When else are you going to find yourself in this shape throughout your day? And breathe into it. Exhale, gaze and left hand down. Pivot on your back toes and straighten your front leg. Let's go deeper in the pose. Keep the foot flat. And slide the chest down. Slide the chin down the shin. And feel your legs connection to your back, core abdominal strength. Little bend to your knees, transfer the weight forward, standing splits. So left foot never moves. Working your left leg straight as straight can be through the knee. Activate the quad, the front of your thigh. And now you can see your toes, so you can use your eyes as an extra tool to balance. And to see what your body may be doing subconsciously or involuntarily. And bring your right foot next to your left foot, big toes touch. No rush, bend your legs, sit your bum down, inhale, reach your arms up, chair pose. Making it all look easy. Breathe in, spread your fingers. And as you exhale, stand up, bring your hands to your heart center, drop your tailbone down. Nice. Inhale, circle the arms up, palms touch. Exhale, take a dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Plant your hands, step back into a high plank, high push-up. And strong plank. One more time. We're going to bend the arms. Decelerate, lower all the way down. Elbows in. I'm not turning the elbows out. Pull them in. Lower the chest to hover 1 inch. Keep the chin up. And feel the legs, right? It's more connection than it is strength. Firmness to your hands. Breathe in. And on the exhale, presses you back up. High plank. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. And tiptoe, little baby steps. 2 inches at a time. And straight legs, flat feet, walking all the way up to the top of your mat. See if you can keep your hands flat. And get your feet all the way up. And toes in between your thumbs. We're working on it. And chin to your chest. Hands getting there flat. And shoulders still lifting away from the ears. And roll up onto your fingertips. It'll soften around the neck and the shoulders. Heel toe your feet so they're hip width distance apart. Take your hands, grab the front of your ankles, and so your arms can remain straight. And now let's take the curve out of your spine and pull your heart forward, draw your tailbone back. You find it where you can feel the kinks in the back of your neck release. And so it's the bone in the back of your skull, the occipital ridge. Rather just think of the chin softening down, the eyes in between the big toes. You press the hands down into the ankles and take 3 breaths into your chest here. At the end of your exhale, fingertips down onto the ground. Pop your heels up. And you feel all of this and that you've woken up so far into your midline. Heels up. Roll the weight into your toes and start to sit your bum down. Hips behind your knees. Balance on the balls of your feet. And then float your arms out in front of you. Shoulders over your hips. It'll get lighter there. And then realize in the strength in through your thighs. And connection through your belly. And you're adding no weight to your lower back. Stay with me for 5, 4, 3, 2, take a breath in. Exhale, slowly rise. Stand all the way up, reach tall. Keep your arms up, slowly, softly bring your heels down. Take your right hand, grab the inside of your left wrist. Okay, I've turned my inner heels out. Draw the inner thighs back, lift the wrist up and bring it over to the right side. And feel the breath from your left hip into your right shoulder. And so we're still drawing length in the right side body, even though, and we're pulling ourselves over to the right. And let your inhale bring you back to center. And switch the grip, left hand to the inside of your right wrist. And the inner heel still scrubbing. Inner thighs back, pull that wrist over to the left. And it's pretty easy energetically to collapse into that left side. And so from your right hip into your left armpit, maintain the length. And draw in with your belly. Remember, fit, foundation, firm belly. As you breathe into your body. Inhale to rise back to center. Exhale, release the hands into your heart. Feel the space in your neck, in your shoulders, in your core. And put all the weight over into your right foot. Inhale, lift your left knee in front. Figure 4, left ankle to your right thigh. Back of your left hand to the sole of your left foot with your arms straight. Sit down. You feel that it's shortening and therefore activating some muscle in the back of the leg. You can feel in your hamstring. Here comes Wally. Wally's the robot. Hey, Wally. Bring your hands back to your heart. Inhale, rise. Lift your left knee up. Exhale, step your left foot down. Nice. And lift your right knee up in front. Feel how good. Simple things. Standing on your opposite leg. Figure 4, right ankle to your left thigh. And back of your right hand, sole of your right foot. Bend your standing leg. Keep your gaze out in front. And so a neutral spine is when you're neither folding forward or extending backward. And feeling that neutrality, fitness, firmness into your core. Okay, with breath, soft focus. Okay, you're gaining more and that clarity and focus as the mind is less attached into the story and the stress. Inhale, rise, lift your right knee in front. Exhale, step your right foot down. Should feel good. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up. And exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Plant the hands, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And so your body may feel about 6 inches longer at this point. Press down through your left heel. Inhale, your right leg up. Exhale, right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick back and up. Right knee, left elbow, kick out onto your floor. Keep both hands down and keep your back heel high. So I know you're used to a fallen triangle where your back heel is down. But today our focus is the outer right thigh, and firming to the outer edge of your right foot, making you sweat a little bit more, and pull your heart forward. Shoulders away from your ears. Now just imagine if you were doing this in the hot room. Makes you sweat really fast. Strong left leg. Bring your right knee into your chest. Inhale, kick it back and up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot through. Step your left foot forward. Step your right foot back. And you're in your lunge. Inhale, rise, reach your arms up. Exhale, warrior two, open the arms and spread the knees. And if you feel to your back foot, now you're going to shorten the stance and so that you can angle the toes in. And it's going to set you up for a deeper Utthita Trikonasana, straight leg triangle. Inhale, straighten your front leg out. So this front hip is sliding back. And then your left arm is reaching forward. And so you got this shape, and to extend both sides of your body, bring your left hand down. Okay, this is something that's happened in quarantine. I could never put my left hand on the ground. So shin, ankle like we did earlier in the forward fold, and then your right arm up. Find that line from your left arm. Push your hips out towards the wall you're facing. Okay, let's see how we do. Bend your front leg. Keep your right arm up. Set your left hand outside your left foot. Okay, right hand comes to your right hip. Look down. Okay, so the possibility, you could stay here, all good. But the possibility is your left foot connects to your right inner thigh, and you're in a side plank with a lower tree leg. So left hand is your kickstand, left arm. Walk your left foot forward, and then lift it, place it with your right hand, tuck it into the inner thigh. That's not easy. Reach your right arm up. Ooh, feel your oblique. You should feel it. 10, 9, why did I say 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, gaze and right hand down, pivot on your right toes, press into your hands, you got it. Step back into your plank pose, feel your low back release any tightness. Exhale, lift your bum, downward facing dog. Head below your heart, it's okay if you took that flow. I know you wanted to, totally fine if you took it. Ooh, feel that. You should keep translating as feeling inches taller in your postures and when you're standing. Right foot down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Left knee, right elbow, and then kick out onto your floor. Keep your back heel high. Okay, so if you watch my back leg, I can easily bend it. Right, that gets crunchy. Now I can straighten it. You firm through both feet, palms flat, and then we're leveling the back. Pull the heart forward. And breathe into it. We all have tightness and tension, not to be confused as strength. You bring your left knee back into your chest and step it back into your down dog. Lift your hips. Inhale, your left leg lifts. Big step, left foot through. Step your right foot forward. Little float. Step your left foot back. Come into your lunge. Nice. Inhale, rise, arms up. Exhale, warrior two. And feel the pivot. And you can shorten your stance. And so you can get those back toes and to turn in. And so you're just setting up your front leg. And so you're not wearing and tearing in your low back. Straighten your front leg out. That front hip draws back. And as you begin to hinge and see it from the back body, reach your right arm forward. Okay, both side bodies are long. And then just see, don't force it. Where does the hand go? Outside the foot to the ground? If not, put it on your shin. Put it on your ankle like you did in that forward fold. And then match your top arm up. So there's one line. And from middle finger to middle finger. And so you're allowing, the more you breathe in these postures, you are allowing space and for trust and growth, because you know it's not easy. You wouldn't want it to be easy. You take your gaze down, bend your front leg. Okay, let's envision it first. Left hand to your left hip. And so you got to kind of set this out in your mind. That foot is going to go to that thigh in a tree pose, like a side plank. Okay, so right hand sets flat. There's your kickstand. Heel toe your right foot to the left. Keep your back foot grounded. Reach down with your left hand. Place your right foot to your inner left thigh. Tuck it in. Gotta squeeze with your oblique. And your left arm goes up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Gaze and left hand down. Pivot on your left toes. You got it. Ooh, step back to your plank pose. Feel your outer hips. Release the grip. Really good job. Press back into your downward facing dog. Keep your knees off the mat best you can. Reset your hands. Reset your feet. Feel the length of your downward facing dog. Excellent. Big exhale. Walk your hands back to your feet, please. And feet can be just about hip width distance apart. Bend your knees, hands to your hips. Lead with a proud chest, neck in line with your spine, and then come all the way up to stand. And keep your hands on your hips. Soften the shoulders away from your ears. And you take the hands around your waist, and so you're drawing the contents of your belly a little closer towards your midline. Feel the breath lift into your chest. Take a step forward onto your right foot. And see what it does in feeling the length as you hover your left foot and begin to hinge rather than the hips coming forward. And we stack on top of the right knee, on top of the right ankle. Find your plumb line in space and then reach your arms forward and you're in Warrior 3. If that's too much, take 3 breaths. And then you can modify hands to your heart center. Everybody, hands to your heart, chest into your thumbs, look forward, and then stand up, lift your left knee in front. Solid breath control. Left foot down, arms by your sides. Humble your chin, look down your chest. Take a breath in. Shoulders away from your ears. Take your hands onto your hips. And let the hands squeeze around your belly. And draw into your midline. And take a baby step onto your left foot. And roll off of your right heel. Float the toes. Okay, rather than the hips going forward. And your left hip stays stacked over the knee. Hinge, and you find that space parallel and from your right heel to the crown of your head in relation to the floor, and then reach your arms forward. Everybody, hands to your heart. Lift your chin, look forward, and bring your right knee through. Lift it up in front of you. Wearing it less on your low back. Step your right foot down. And release your arms by your sides. Humble your chin. Feel that space in your chest. Take a breath into it. Hey, you might be feeling your low back a little. That's fine. Inhale, arms up. Hey, bend your knees like you're going into a chair pose. And draw your belly in. Now fold with your belly. And that's supporting your low back. Take your hands and head down. Then straighten your legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Listen as you fold. Pop the heels up. And double toe stand. And sit on your heels. You lift your heels as high as you can. Rolling the weight into your toes. And find those pads right in the back of your toes. And then balance, palms together in front of your heart center. And heels stay high. And then that extra little squeeze, inner thighs touch, inner heels touch for 5, 4, 3. We're going to take care of that low back, everybody. Stay in your double toe stance. Separate your knees apart. And feel and explore the balance. Eyes on one spot. Now reach your arms forward like Warrior 3. As you take your hips and heels down, open the palms of the hands so just the thumbs are crossed, and then your fingertips come down onto the ground, most likely be on the top of your mat. Let your head rest in between your biceps. And breathe. You can uncross your thumbs. And you start to roll the weight into your toes. So your knees come towards the mat. Turn them in and set them down hip width distance apart. Keep your toes tucked if you can. Explore the sensation, hands on your thighs. And so you're sitting more upright. And feel the connection in the feet. Stand up onto your knees. Hands on your hips. You can start here. And gaze forward, shoulders down. I'll take you one at a time. Right hand back to your right heel. Hips forward. Chin rolls across the chest. Left hand to the left heel. Chin comes back to the center of the chest. Hips forward. Open up. And camel expression. Shoulder blades into the spine. Neck follows the line of the back bend. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. Chin to your chest. Belly in. Wally's back. Hands to your hips. Untuck your toes. And then softly sit down onto your ankles. Remember, we started like this. Head above your heart. Hands in your lap. Palms facing up, please. Remember, we started with inserting in the pause and to extract the momentum of the energy of the day. If we've accomplished in such a feeling, revelation, or realization within ourselves up to this point, then we are good and to go. Rock off to your left hip, please, and swing your feet around in front of you. Bend your legs, tuck your fingertips behind your knees, and you're set up onto your sacrum, elbows by your sides. Cross your right ankle over your left ankle. Squeeze the ankles together and then lift the shins so they're parallel to the floor. Float your arms out, palms face up. And so remember, we were talking earlier, in probably easier positions of taking the roundedness of the spine out or taking the back bend out, finding the neutral spine. Squeeze the ankles, use the legs. Inhale, lower halfway, stay on your sacrum. And then exhale, come back up, knees to your chest. Inhale, lower halfway on the sacrum. Exhale, knees into your chest. And take the legs out. And draw the knees in. Take the legs out. Draw the knees in. If you need the hands, take the legs out. Okay, you're just gliding the hands on the mat. I'm not really putting pressure down. I'm just gliding the hands on the mat to support. And keep it going. 3, 2, 1 more. Good. Uncross the ankles. Bring your feet to the mat, arms around your shins. And let your chin drop into your chest. Take a moment, breath into your body, release the belly. And of course, we have to do the other side. Hands behind the knees, float the feet up. Feel your sacrum, and that just means left ankle over your right ankle. Arms by your sides. Sacrum connects. And draw to your belly. Inhale, lower halfway. You're still on your sacrum. Exhale, come up. Okay, if you're going all the way down on your low back, that's not your sacrum, and then you're just going to be rocking. So inhale, sacrum. Exhale, up. Keeps it in your core, lower down. And then come up. Go down. And come up. And go down. And come up. If you need the hands, go down. They're just gliding. And then back up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Last 3. You should feel this really tight in your core. 2. Last 1. Nice. Uncross feet down, arms around your shins. Whew. Take a breath, release some of that belly stress. Okay, as we're seated, okay, let's stay up with it. Bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall apart. And you can walk your bum in towards your heels and press your feet together. And you might want to take your peace fingers, hook your big toes. Roll your heart up and take that fold out of your spine. Elbows to your inner knees, inner thighs. And then draw your chest down in butterfly pose. Trikonasana. So I know we expect some vulnerability into the low back and the SI joints, but we've brought plenty of stability and strength. It's the cast of characters, that is our entire body, working together. And you might be able to feel that frequency energetically now that we've gotten out of that kind of motivational or influenced flow of energy from the rest of our day. Lift yourself back up and keep a hold of your big toes, and then rock, find the balance on your sacrum. You're more than familiar. And then start to kick your heels up, bring your knees together. And stay up as tall as you can. We're going to use that 6 inches now, so we at least realize 3 inches. Release your toes, reach your arms up. And we lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Sacrum, and then lower back, and then middle back, and then upper back. And then release your head all the way down. If you're open to it, close your eyes. Be absolutely still. We invite you to experience in perhaps one of the calmest moments of your entire day, right here. Feel your belly rise and fall at the end of your exhale. Bring your right knee into your chest. Interlace the fingers onto the center of the shin. And draw your thigh down deep into your chest. And realize the strength of your arms. And this was all set up earlier with your fallen triangle, not fallen triangle. And take your left hand, lift the head, grab the outside of your right foot. And kick your right leg up as straight as it'll go. We're getting there. Remember, we're working on the splits in 2020. Now take your right leg across your body. And you can roll all the way onto that left hip, but keep your right arm out, and so your shoulders can stay as flat as possible. If you get all stuck up in your hip crease on the right side, that is very normal. That space you can create over time. And all the while you're kicking down through your left heel. If it's too much, just bend your right leg and take your traditional supine twist. But you can see it. It was all set up. And from that fallen triangle, not fallen triangle, start to bend your right leg. Ooh, feel it all come back. Your body is like stretching a spring. Roll back to center. And release your right leg long. Observe the feeling from your right hip to your right heel versus your left hip into your left heel. You know when you stretch a spring out, there's constant resistance. There's a a buoyant effect, or you could say it's going to retract and come back into itself. And so don't worry, you're not going to pull yourself out of yourself. You'll always come back. Bring your left knee into your chest. Interlace the fingers onto your left shin. Use your arms. The lips are sealed. Breathe in through your nose and out. And support with your belly. Lift your head up. And right hand grabs the outside of your left foot. And so you're grabbing over, and then kick your left leg up, straight or towards straight, and then begin to roll. And your left hip over your right hip. And so you're coming into that straight leg twist. You can tuck your right hip under. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry for the sound effects, but the spine is cracking in amazing places. And breathe into it. I guarantee you, everyone, I'm not one of those yoga teachers that does not feel anything. I feel absolutely every posture, every day. I come from a very, very, very tight body that played sports my whole life. And so it has been a process every single day. And to breathe and to learn what the sensations have to offer. To be honest in the approach, be mindful in the experience. A little bend to your left leg, and then start to bring yourself back. Square your hips. Release your left leg back out onto your mat. And just your legs, your hips, your shoulders, your head. Anything so that you can feel that beautiful expansion throughout your entire body. Now those 6 inches, we realized earlier, you might feel like you're a full foot and taller. This practice is a sound resource, and to extract the momentum and the energy of the day, and to insert a beautiful pause, a place to feel yourself and to connect inward, and to realize this beautiful relationship between your body and your mind through your breath. Thank you all so much for sharing the practice tonight. An evening practice, very special. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the night. You're able to wind down and let this practice take you into a deep sleep. Okay, hope to see you all soon here at the studio, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Peaceful night, everybody. Namaste.